So for today's walk, we're between the little hamlet of Alport and the village of Elton in the Derbyshire Dales. We're parked here, but there's also a bit of history here. Berrycliff Quarry, Berrycliff Troughs, and Elton's famous son. So Berrycliff Quarry, which is just up there, was worked from about 1870 until the middle of the 20th century. It produced building stone, grindstones and pulping stones for the papermaking industry. And they're exported to Scandinavia, of all places. Then the troughs, which are just here. Provided Elton with its drinking water, and they were filled from a spring that emerges from the hillside, and it's never been known to run dry. Every day, in all weathers, men, women and children carried buckets of water from here up the hill down to the village, and they sold it for a penny a bucketful to one of the farmers who carried a load down in his cart. And Elton had a famous son. Mick Andrews was twice European motorcycle trials champion in the early 70s and 5 times winner of the Scottish 6-day trials. And he grew up in Elton. And the quarry that we're going to look at is where he first practiced and built up his motorcycling skills. And he did work for 2 motorcycle companies, designing the Ossa Ma Mick Andrews replica and the Yamaha TY. It's amazing what happens in the Derbyshire Dales, isn't it?
It is.
Anyway, there's 4 people, 4 canines, 4 hounds, the 4-pack, desperate to get out. And they know where they're going, because I took them up here the other day. Well, 3 of them anyway. Setting me watch so we can track the mileage and map it.
It's a well-worn track.
So this is a quarry where he practiced his motorcycling skills. They practiced as a rock climbing skills.
What is it saying? The quarry started 1870, yeah. Went on to the 20th century. So don't know exactly how long. Doesn't seem a very big quarry.
No, just amazing that what starts here, the process, and ended up in Scandinavia.
Yeah. You can see some of the scars on it where they've drilled down and broken the blocks off. And again over there.
I must admit, when I was here the other day, I did think, oh, it's a shame there's no vehicular access. Because there is a track there. I was thinking, that would be a lovely place to park up in the campervan overnight.
Which way are you going?
Have a nosy at this end.
Oh.
No, they're having, not very big. This is the end of it.
Yeah. There's not much of a style on this side.
It's more like mounting a horse, this one. I don't know, it's never very good at that.
Go on. Go on.
It's late morning, there's still a haze around, isn't there?
Sorry?
It's late morning and there's still a bit of haze around.
Yeah. Blue sky though. I'll just see the path going over that way. So just over that hill, drop down into Youlgrave, and then a circular coming back the other way. But at the moment, as I say, nice blue sky. Yeah, I was hoping to get to this here. Somebody climbing there. So the quarries and rock faces are still used for a different purpose these days. It's quiet.
It's lovely, isn't it?
Well, I say quiet, apart from the dogs.
Well, this is a route that you've plotted, isn't it? We use OS maps, don't we,
Yeah.
online. And this one that you've plotted, it should take us
Over
to Youlgrave.
Yeah.
Maybe we'll go into Youlgrave as well.
The skeletons of the trees now. Very photogenic, aren't they?
Beautiful, with a blue background.
Well, they certainly know how to get over a style. I'm back. Go on, that way, that way. Hey, go on. This is the sort of ground you expect to see a stag wandering across. Just hiding in the copse over there. Sorry?
Better listen out for one.
Yeah.
Cool, isn't it?
Yeah. Some nice rocks in there, by the look at it as well. The dogs are on the lead because the girls are in the field. Wandering over.
Say hello to us.
Say hello. Inquisitive in nature, the cows. They'll always come up and say hello. Well, as long as you don't start running or flapping your hands, they'll be fine. Not a problem.
No, we have a look. Is that a doer-upper?
It might be. At least it's got a roof this time.
Yeah.
We're on the right path, there's a stile there. But now I'm not sure which way to go. It's more or less straight across.
Looks like we're slope.
I do like tree skeletons this time of the year.
Tree.
It is. Especially with a nice blue background.
Does it make you wonder why just that one on its own? Was it just a bird dropped seed?
Or a squirrel hiding his nuts. But yeah, you never know.
That's a mile. My phone's just, my watch has just buzzed, so that must be the first mile.
Yeah. But you wonder, I mean, it's been there for a while, that tree, because it's a big tree.
Yeah.
So I wonder if it was just left to grow. or they harvested others that were in this sort of neck of the woods, so to speak.
What do you say? I never know. The dogs are off the lead again now. Through the cattle.
And the path takes us over a couple of stiles here and off into the woodlands over there, I think. An old farm track, isn't it?
Nice avenue of trees.
Yeah. Yeah, we're coming. Hey up. Hey, hey up. Hey up.
Hey, move that way.
Still a heat haze in the distance. Or is it a fog?
It's not cold, is it?
It's not. The sun's out, as you can see by the shadows. Although it's only, I don't know what time it is to be honest, but the shadows are long this time of year, aren't they?
Yeah.
The sun doesn't get very high. Coming up middle of November, aren't we? 9th? No, 9th is a Monday, so
6th today.
6th today, but after bonfire night, wasn't it?
So quite rightly it was foggy this morning.
Yes.
Oh, it is after bonfire night.
Just coming to the corner of this field where signpost is, and just peeping down in the valley is Youlgrave, where we're heading. So it's not a massively long walk, this one, is it?
No.
It comes about just under 3 miles round trip. But there's a hopefully you can see that, but there's Youlgrave.
The church almost slap bang in the middle.
Yeah. And the route I plotted, just highlighting footpaths on the OS app, doesn't quite take us into the village itself, but I'm sure if we wanted to, there might be a takeaway coffee.
Well, we do know where they sell coffee, don't we?
Well, we know a couple of places. But
One sells cakes as well.
so, okay. I don't know whether they're going to be open, but with the lockdown, but we'll see.
Listen. No traffic, no planes, just birds and cattle. And hunting dogs. And sweeping round over there is somewhere else. You'll know where, won't you?
Yeah, I don't know if you see it on the video, but the hamlet, I suppose, or village over there with the church is Stanton the Dale. No, that's Nottingham. Stanton, isn't it?
Yep.
Stanton Estate. Our caravan is just over that hill in the foreground. somewhere. They do wait for us.
I wonder if Cecil used to sit here, if it was his bench where he'd sit and admire the views.
I'd imagine it'd be here before a bench. He might be propping up the wall with his pipe or his cigarette out of his mouth. That's what I might imagine him.
And if you're in America, I meant Cecil. I'm going to say it though. Stunning views.
It is.
I think it's not a bit clearer, but I think you get the gist.
Come back. Rum, come out. Rum! Come out! Doesn't look safe in there. Come on, out. Thank you. Certainly doesn't look safe. That's why the stone's here, presumably. There's a lot of woodworm in that wood, in the beams. Dogs are back on leads again. Got some cattle. They're not fenced in or gated in, so rather than our dogs being inquisitive to them, we'll have them on the lead for a few minutes. Not the easiest of routes.
Wait,
come back. Back. And just wait. The dogs are still on lead because we've got sheep in this field, so that's been a big old tree before it was burned, isn't it? Nice little lich gate here.
Derbyshire was at Raper.
Oh right.
Flew in front of me quite. He flew away, but it was quite close.
Oh yeah.
Hiya.
you're right.
Hi. One of you got to go through.
Looks like it'd be me and Bay then.
Come here, wait.
Bay and I. Wait, Bay. Wait. One at a time.
If you go one at a time, I'm alright. Go on. And again, we got cattle, so we ought to stay on the lead.
That's Youlgrave. Youlgreave.
Got two spellings, hasn't it?
3 spellings.
3 spellings.
3 spellings of it. Which we'll put up now.
Youlgrave, Youlgreave.
And Youlgreave.
2 E's.
2 spellings of Youlgreave. 1 EA, 1 EV, and then Youlgrave. I think you can see all 3 different spellings on different village signs as you
Drive round.
drive around and head into the village from different directions.
It's another village that does well dressings, isn't it?
It is, yeah.
Quite.
Got a very nice old well here.
Yeah. So far we've avoided any stampedes.
They're just inquisitive, aren't they, cows? There's nothing to worry about. Be wary of course, but
I suppose people that haven't been round cattle, you have,
yeah,
I have,
yeah.
it's a different matter because they are big beasts, aren't they, to be fair.
Yeah, I suppose,
So they're quite intimidating, especially when they start following you, and
yeah.
if you start setting up a pace, they'll set up a pace as well. So
But they're quite playful creatures, aren't they?
they are.
They just want to. They're quite friendly creatures, really. They just want to say hello. Yeah. Obviously, the advice is, if you do think they're going to stampede, and you've got dogs, just let go of the leads and let the dogs go. But there's no point you running because they'll just run after you.
Right, come here. Go on. Go on. Gently. Oh, this way. Oh, it was going to be deeper than that. We can see how plants and trees add to the erosion, the roots coming through the seams in the rocks, and as they grow they just prise rocks off.
That's natural quarrying, then, is it?
It's biology. And
it almost looks like that one. This tree's been propped up with that
yes,
piece of wood that someone's put there.
Yeah.
I don't think that'd hold it though.
no. Right.
You going off?
Fun?
Are they going off?
Uh,
Oh, it's a road, isn't it?
yeah. Ooh, come to Clapstone Bridge. Go on.
You seen the
Yeah,
mist?
yeah. That's Clapperstone Bridge.
Are you recording that?
Yeah. That's the limestone way down the valley. We're heading off into the village in search of a coffee.
I keep seeing all these nice cottages. It's just reminding me I need to check all the lottery tickets.
Is this the village hall area?
Yes.
Alright.
Oh, it was. Can't see any signs now.
Yeah. Welcome to the Youlgrave village hall. It's not somewhere... It's not a route we've come in this way, have we?
No. We've not really walked into the village before, have we? From any direction.
That's true. We've been through it. We know a coffee shop.
Let's see. I didn't expect to see on this walk
Flying pigs.
any flying pigs. It's up there. Lots of things, but not a flying pig.
Yeah, we've come to the coffee shop, we've come to the doctors, we've come to...
Yeah, you had to.
The pharmacist.
When you had kidney stones.
Yeah. So we know the village, but not
Not,
the bits off the
not
village.
really walks into it from different directions. It is a lovely little village.
Hi.
Oh yeah.
Hi. Little
Never
chapel.
actually noticed the Wesleyan chapel before.
No.
I think that's one of the oldest.
The old hall
The old hall. I think that's the oldest
building.
One of the oldest buildings in the village.
Right.
This is the old cooperative building, which is now the youth hostel for Youlgrave, and you'll see there one of the spellings. Youlgreave.
Busy little town, village. This is the wellhead,
Yes, I'm just...
or conduit, fountain or conduit head.
I'm just reading the on the Derbyshire Life website.
Yeah.
It's the old hub of the village. It's known locally as the fountain. When it's got a bit quiet. So basically, it is just a water storage tank. And it says on the Derbyshire Life website, it's an uncommon survival in British village landscapes. And it became Grade 2 listed in 1967. It was erected in 1829, as it says there, and was a distribution point for Youlgrave's first piped water supply. And the water came from springs that surrounded the village, and they were all piped into here. People gathered daily to fill their buckets. It became quite the meeting point.
We could have sat down while we said that.
Yeah. Access was given each day at 6 AM when there was a ceremonial unlocking of the well or the tower. That would have been something to travel back in time and see.
See, yeah.
For such a small village, it's well supplied by pubs, served by pubs. 1674 on the date on there.
Yeah. Coffee time.
I think we better have a coffee, so I hold the dog.
And the second spelling of Youlgrave on the post office. But it's coffee time. Some of the buildings are very similar to Ashford in the water, aren't they?
They are, yeah.
I suppose it's a stone, isn't it?
Lovely buildings. In some ways, the higgledy-pigglediness, probably not a word, but reminds me of some of the Cornish villages, the way they just
I suppose
all
they're
these little alleyways. I suppose little villages were like that.
built on the old tracks and things, weren't they?
Christmas cottage. Church clock says 1870 on it, not the time.
I'm not going to say it's not. It's 140, 135, 36.
But it'll always be 1870.
So hot. There's one of the pubs we come to. Come here. There's one of the pubs we come to, the George. Nice meals there. Let's see where we can find it.
Also, if you want to find a bench around here. full, you wouldn't choke. Very old frozen, yeah.
It looks like it. Some recent ones as well.
Yeah. 2 balls. Not heard of Womberdale.
Is that a blasting siren?
You bought hot coffee?
Oh, the Russians invading. Come here.
Coffee time! Oh, can't move too much closer, I'll fall off the edge. Coffee time for us. And what have we got? Nibbles.
Yeah.
What?
Not telling you. You have to wait and see.
Aye, well, you're going to have to sit
There's
down.
a W on one of them.
Get off. Get. Ah, is that weird?
Yeah.
No. What have we got?
Hi.
Hiya.
Hello.
Hiya. But as always, the dogs come first.
That's it for now.
So what have we got? Chocolate Rice Krispie cake, is it? Yes, it does match your colour. Very nice. Thank you. Cheers. I'll tell you what was nice. It was nice. Sat here in the churchyard when there wasn't any noise of traffic. Like that. Having a coffee. Having that Mars bar cake. And there's a school next door. A primary school. And it was nice to hear the kids singing. It's not something I've heard for a long time, kids singing in school. Since I was at school, to be honest. What about you?
Well, I teach it.
Oh
so-
yeah, different. It's a nice little village school though, isn't it?
But they're singing happy birthday to one of the pupils, weren't they?
Yeah.
So.
That was nice to hear. And it always surprises me because it's not that big a village really, is it? Just how big the churches are. And I do like a mackerel sky. Well, after eating all those calories, I suppose we better
Head back.
and walk them off.
It's yeah.
It's beginning to cool a little bit, isn't it?
I mean, it's early afternoon now, isn't it?
Yeah.
So mid-afternoon. So the sun's gone down, or going down. It won't be long before it loses any heat from it.
I suppose you four are ready, aren't you? Ever ready.
I'm ready.
Nearly ready.
Done.
Thank you. Litter in the proper place. And we're off. Just as you've settled. And what do you think this is now? The graveyard shift? Go on then. As Keith said earlier, it's a busy little village with traffic.
Always is, isn't it?
Yeah.
Every time we come through.
And it's not really a through route to anywhere, is it?
No.
Such.
And there always seems to be vans, big vans.
Yeah,
Don't know
delivery
why.
vans.
Yeah.
Graves. Sad graves. Aren't gravestones always sad? But this one, Mary, daughter of Samuel and Sarah Smith of Stanton Old Hall, who died January the 3rd, 1871, aged 3 years. And also Sarah, their daughter, who died October 21st, 1875, aged 3 years. And their son died November 19th, 1882, aged 6 years. How sad, 3 children to die so young. And obviously not from a poor family. A family with a bit of wealth if they lived in the Old Hall, Stanton Old Hall.